Shane Jones, it's just your turn. When I hear you say that, in my head, I'll be like, yo, that's facts.
Facts. Facts, bro.
Yo, that's facts.
Facts.
Let's talk about a womanizer's origin story. What made me come up with this topic was that I looked up the definition of what a womanizer was.
Okay.
And although I thought it would be this grandiose, real sinister definition, all a womanizer is, according to the dictionary, is somebody who is able to sleep with multiple women. Okay. Now, there was also another definition that associates with this called Don Juanism, which sounds more fly to me. And then, of course, back in the day, they used to call this type of person a Casanova. But see, being that everyone hates men these days, they turn it into womanizer instead of some fly like Don Juan or Casanova, right? But I thought about it. You know what? Before a man becomes a womanizer, he wasn't a womanizer. He was somebody who really wanted love. But unfortunately for him, he had to learn the true nature of women. He got his heart broke, if he was lucky, only once. But for some of us, it happens 2-3 times. And if you're lucky, it happens to you before you're the age of 25. Because I think if it happens to you, if you realize how incredibly devious and evil women could be and treacherous late in life, it's over for you. You're going to hate women for the rest of your life. But if it happens to you between 15 and 25, there's still hope for you. Yeah. So I wanted to talk about how I became a womanizer and what's my womanizer's origin story. Just like if you're in the movies, they have what is called a villain's origin story, where before the villain was a villain, he was somebody who had it rough. He was somebody who got fucked over, maybe. He was somebody who his parents might have been killed or something like that. But a womanizer's origin story, let's talk about it this way, okay? So, boom. We come from the same hood, right? I don't know if you know about this story, but we was 14 years old. You remember we had what was called the Boom Boom Room.
Facts.
Now, tell the people what the Boom Boom Room was, so they know we really know each other like that. What was the Boom Boom Room?
The Boom Boom Room was the BB dolls under the tunnel in the Browns, and that's where you took the bitches and you fucked them.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? Or you got a little bit of head. We were still young enough to where, you know what I mean? You might play doodle brown there and we'll hump on a couple chicks and shit. But you was down there trying to do stuff. And this is when we both, first of all, I think you might have already been fucking. I wasn't fucking yet. This was the year I would lose my virginity, but I hadn't lost my virginity yet. So
what year was that?
2005.
Yeah, I was fucking already.
Right? Right? 2005. So we in the BB doors. It's me. It's Roger. We got 2 girls now. Roger invited the girls. So we in the BB doors. I'm just going to say Roger's fooling around with the girl over there in the corner. This is my first time ever taking a girl alone, trying to kick my game. So I didn't have no game. Feel me? Okay. So I'm asking the stupidest of questions. The stupidest question that I remember asking her that I never asked another girl again. I didn't even know what to say to the point where I asked the chick, what's your favorite color? I'm saying stupid shit. I had no idea what to talk to a girl about. I didn't know nothing about chemistry. So whereas when you really got chemistry with a girl, you don't got to think about what to talk about. It's really going to roll off your tongue for both of y'all. And I remember I tried to kiss her after I asked all these stupid questions. And she backed up. She's like, ugh, what are you doing? Then I remember as they leave it, she like, yo, that nigga Juju, he ain't got no game. This nigga is trash, right? So she cutting my ass as they leave and going back to the project. Because, you know, these some calling bitches. She cut my ass. I'm mad. I'm like, yo, suck my dick. That was the first time where I was like, I can't let this happen to me ever again. I was 14. Fast forward now, a year later, I got my first real girlfriend, Rakia. You remember Rakia?
Yeah.
I could officially say I was simple. And for
you got Rakia because of me.
Huh?
You got Rakia because of me.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because Rakia's friend was your old joint. Forgot, yeah. So that's another thing. Like back in the day, like we was, you know what I'm saying? Kid and play. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So like when you young and you grow up watching Disney Channel and all these stupid ass shows and movies, you think that the first girl you really like, the first girl who you start kissing like that, the first girl who let you, you know what I'm saying, touch a titty and suck on the titty, you start feeling like the first girl you really like is the girl you're supposed to be with for the rest of your life. Like, you're not thinking logical at all. And this is why I'm teaching my sons to not even think that way out the gate. Out the gate. Like, the first girl you really like, come on now. Be serious, son. That's the type of time I'm going to be on, right? I'm like, if you don't listen, you're going to learn the hard way. But anyways, remember, I was going out sad about the bitch. She was violating me, talking me out she wanted to, had me mad every single day. You know what I'm saying? Had me in the rain, like Ray J, like this. Bitch is in the building looking down at me. I'm talking and shit. Man, I love you. Like a little bitch. Acting totally light-skinned, right? So she ended up curving me. She ended up curving me for 13. So after that, I was devastated. And from that point on, I said, you know what? I just want to fuck these bitches. Very young. I was 15.
So you was hurt. So basically what you're saying is you was hurt. You got your feelings hurt and it turned you into a savage.
It turned me into a savage. I pulled out the savage pack. I
think you wanted something.
Mind you, I only had one body because I did lose my virginity later on. Later on that year when I was 14. So by 15, I had one body. But I was lying to my girl like I was a virgin. Because she was lying like she was a virgin too. You know what I'm saying? So,
lie about that. How can a girl lie about that though? Like, I'm a
right?
bitch. Like,
I'm a virgin, right? But come on now. I heard about you. Right?
What are you talking about?
Are you talking about Rob?
Okay.
Yeah. So you trying to talk about Tiana now. Tiana, by the time I had Tiana, I was already a womanizer. But I also wasn't loved. And that's why I lost her. Because I was cheating every single fucking day. I was cheating every single day. Because once it starts, you have to meet an incredible woman who adds so much value to your life that it'll make you say, okay, boom, I'm going to chill now. You got to meet an incredible woman or two. Or three, right? But that's how womanizers become womanizers. Like there's always a story about a guy who he was in love with a girl and he was sending her fucking poetry and letters and flowers and shit. And she broke his heart just to get with a dude who didn't give a fuck about her. And she was going crazy over him. Once I started seeing shit like that, I was like, so they tell us on TV we supposed to be extra nice and caring, but in real life, we treat them bad and they go crazy? They do what we want them to do and we treat them bad? Okay, so I'm going to start treating them bad. I'm going to start lying now. Then I started learning how to have sex. And then after that, I was like, now I'm really going to do whatever I want. And it was just this pattern that kept going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it might even still influence my life now. Matter of fact, it definitely does. The only thing is that I ain't cuffing nothing and I don't lie. Like, I'm not going to get into a relationship with a girl and, you know what I'm saying, lie. She has to know who I am. She has to know that I might hit something.
Yeah.
I'm lit. But she can't be my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have a similar womanizer's origin story, or has a similar thing ever happened to you where you really cared about a girl at young and then she crossed you and then you said, you know what? I'm turning into Future.
As I think about it, I think it all started, I want to say it started in 156 Benjamin Benjamin. I was like 8, 9. And I'm in school and I always liked bitches that was out of my league. You know what I'm saying? Always like bitches that was out of my league.
I'm sure my shot out.
I had a thing for light-skinned bitches, you know what I'm saying? I wanted them, like, I just wanted that pink pussy, you know what I'm saying? Like, word, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. But they wasn't feeling me, you know what I'm saying? So that shit hurt me a little bit. Then, you know, I'm from the Browns. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I wasn't the guy. You know, I'm from the South. I moved north, so I wasn't the guy when I first up there, nigga. I was not the guy. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was teaching me how to talk to bitches. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like Nate. You know, and I was one of them.
I'm saying like we had no point of reference. Like, you know what I mean?
I was a poetry writing nigga. I was a pick up flower nigga. I was a walk you home from school nigga, doing all the shit like he said, seeing on Disney Channel with Lizzie McGuire and Cheetah Girls and wanting to fuck all of them and all that. Like Power Rangers, wanting to fuck Kimberly and Lisa and all that. This is the time I came up, so that's what I was on. But what happened was that traumatized me because as I got older, bitches started seeing me. You know what I mean? They actually started seeing me. And at that point, it was too late. It was because I don't think I had got hurt before I started cheating. Like my first bitch that I fucked, I think possibly it was Dee. But then after that, I might be off. Like, nah, I think I was cracking shit in the like. That's what I'm saying. BB doors and all that. Wasn't it?
But if it was Dee, that was still kind of before the rest of us.
I was like 13.
That's what I'm saying.
I caught Dee at 13. But what I'm saying is, I think it was before that, but even if it was her, she didn't break my heart. Yeah. But there was some scary moments though with one of our comrades, you know, our boy, you know, Josh and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She had a little thing for him, and he had a thing for her. She always gave a nigga way too much attention that I felt. You know what I'm saying? She had me out there. She had me out there fighting.
It was scandalous.
I was fighting niggas. I was like, yo, bro. Yeah, you know what? I'm blaming her. But I'm blaming her.
She threw my son for a loop, but you know, you was really in love though at the time.
OD. It was beyond. Crazy. I was, man, the stories, bro. Like I was in predicaments.
Yeah. By the way, Josh was dirty macking. He was hating, trying to get in where he fit in. He
was on some dark skin shit. You know?
That's not dark skin shit.
He was on some dark skin shit.
He was
snake shit.
He
was telling I was fucking with bitches. That's what I'm saying. So it had to be around the time I was already playing with bitches. I didn't meet Dee and didn't start playing with bitches. I was already playing with bitches. That's why I ran down on Dee. So it all makes sense because you're right. He was telling, snitching and shit, telling her, running back, but I would fix it every time. You know what I mean? Play a shit, casting over
shit. We gonna get Josh on here so he could try to speak for himself.
Yeah, let him.
Fuck, he was hating like that.
There's nothing he can say, man. There's nothing he can say. We know what was going on, but he was younger than me. You know what I mean? And as far as I'm concerned, that turned me into more of a savage because I started thinking like, even if I got the bitch, I don't got the bitch. Not to call Shorty a bitch, but a bitch. If I got,
it's like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So when niggas be like, yo, she ain't yours, it's just your turn. When I hear niggas say that, in my head, I be like, yo, that's facts.
Facts, bro.
Yo, that's facts.
And then I never treated another woman correct since. And then, you know what I mean? It was bad. It was bad. Like I'm talking about, like I said, it's the attention. That's why I know all women is if you ask me, the ones that's out there, y'all hoes. It's all right. Be mad at me. You get a lot of attention, you're a hoe. You have sex more than the occasional bitch. I mean, more than the average female. Because you getting it.
Like if you thrive off of it, you live off of it, you constantly seeking it. Yeah. You're going out every weekend.
And you get exactly.
You having too much contact.
Because y'all gonna try to tell me
alcohol and liquor to not be getting flipped.
Y'all fucking. And that's just like us. And that's just like us. We was getting the attention. We was out and about. We was over here, over there, going to parades. We was out there. Yeah. And they was clucking. So we was fucking. So it's no way.
Like,
you know what I mean?
So like by no means are we shaming hoes. Like I love hoes.
I love hoes. I love hoes.
Y'all could be who y'all want to be. You know, y'all serve y'all purpose.
Exactly.
But just be honest about it.
Yeah, and don't cap like you know what I mean? And I think that was another thing that happened.
But if you be honest with me, I'll be honest with you.
I started lying.
Yeah. Y'all remember back in the day?
You gonna tell them. I love you.
Back in the day, you was like, it's fun to lie.
It's fun. I would tell a girl she was my girl the same day.
Right?
That shit don't work now. Now you're a creep to do that shit now. But back in the day.
Now you're thirsty now. Now
back in the day, man. Yeah, I was like, yo.
Them same chicks was going for it when they was 13, 14, 15, 16. They was
going for it. Now you gotta tell them I don't want to be in a relationship, and then they gonna want you. Right? I don't want a relationship. I'm good. I can't be locked down right now. I got a lot going on. Once you say that, they want your body. Now they really want you. Oh God. Exactly. So I would say I got a similar story to yours, Nate. About
so you made it to the end of this segment. Just remember, anytime you're being accused of a womanizer or you see someone being accused of being a womanizer, he believed in the American dream first. He had good intentions. Then he got his heart ripped out of his chest.
And then it was over.